guys? It's the Retrollectors again. In the past video, we may have mentioned an idea that we were going to probably spring on you guys in the community as to what we were going to do is we're going to build a box, and we're going to stuff that box with probably about 10, maybe 10 games from various systems. And what we want to do is we seal that box up, and we want to go to the closest YouTuber or somebody that's in the community on the Facebook, whatever, and we want to pass that game off, that box off.
Oh yeah, so we thought of all the logistics behind it, and a lot of the reason why we're doing this video is to help, for you as YouTubers to help us build this whole idea. So the whole premise was you take out a game of the same system, replace it with another game of equal value or more value, and then the process just keeps on continuing and going and going. So what we're trying to do with the video now is basically just see what other ideas you guys have to maybe make the system run smoothly. Our whole idea was on all of our media outlets, we were going to post this whole idea about doing this, and basically whoever wants to get involved in the idea would submit their address with their name, and then we would just build a map based on that. Because the whole thing is, you don't want to have this, when you connect the dots, you don't want to have this space between two people where it's like 100 kilometers. That's not the whole idea of this. We want to almost build like a map where it kind of goes to that person and loops around, comes back to us. Now, you're going to ask, why would people to partake in this if we're putting a game in of equal value or more? Because by the end of the whole process, the box will be filled with amazing gems, right? So this is where we were thinking about what can we do, because obviously it's all about community, and it's not something that we're trying to benefit from this. And it's like, oh, we're gonna get a box back. It's gonna be filled with all these high-end
games. Yeah, we're not in for that.
No, it's not that. It's just to see if the system, an idea, we put it to paper, is it gonna work? And it benefits everybody in the whole loop of things, because you get to get a game that you might not necessarily have. And that was, this idea kind of sparked because of the crazy eBay prices, the crazy Kijiji prices, when the bottom line is we're just here to collect. I'm not looking to buy a game to resell a game. I'm looking to buy a game that I need for my collection. So this is a way that it could be done, and it's not going to cost anybody anything.
It's a game already in your collection as a double, let's say.
Exactly. So you throw that in, you switch it out, you take the game you want. Maybe not necessarily the game that you want from that system is in there. Like, I only collect NES. But if I saw something else that would be cool for somebody else that you know that's a collector, switch it out. So we want to kind of build the whole system on how this is going to work. And so where I was going with this was that once we get the box back, there's obviously going to be high-end titles.
So hopefully high-end titles.
Hopefully.
Whatever, your equal value. We don't care.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So the whole idea we were coming to think about was that we were going to do a whole thing with all the people that were involved in it. Say if there was 50, 100, 200 people, we would basically have like a raffle for people to win the box of the games that once we get to the end of this whole process. So we were going to kind of do either we played with the idea of doing it live at like a game show.
Yeah. Or
we were just going to do it like how we do all of our raffle contests at home. We literally draw numbers, and whoever wins the box wins the box. So basically, in doing this small scale, if it works and it functions and everybody's cool, we're going to like obviously put certain things that you would have to do as you transfer the box to somebody else, like a video confirmation that it's been into that person's hands, and now it's in that person's hands. So everybody's going to know the next person that's going to be communicating with them. And then we're just going to build a kind of almost like a Facebook group, closed group, with all the people that are in this whole idea of passing the box. And we're going to go from there. So basically everybody that's in the group knows, okay, Buddy's going to be sending me the box tomorrow, and it's just going to keep on going. And as Mike was saying, like, we could do this in a shipping thing, but sometimes people get busy, they don't want to ship it. We're going to try to build it in a way that it's so close that
it's picking up Kijiji or Craigslist.
It's the exact same thing, and you literally just drop off the box, it just keeps on transitioning.
Yeah. You have the box, you're going to meet up with so-and-so, let's meet up at local coffee shop, Tim Hortons in Canada. Okay, you bring the box, take a picture of the buddy, take a picture of the box, make sure all the contents are in there. So the last person that has it, take a picture of the box, make sure all the contents are in there. You pass your responsibility back to the next person. That person does the same thing. Next person, he passes it off, takes a picture of the contents in the box, with the game he switched out, takes a picture, and so on and so forth. Exactly. And then what we would like to do is hopefully, if you guys in this closed group, you put these pictures on our Facebook page or in this Facebook closed group. That way we can put faces to basically places.
Yeah, connecting the dots. And we could also say where it is in transit and stuff like that. it's something that we played with, like, the idea of it, right? Like, obviously the addresses won't be like shown to anybody else. It's more for us to map out how we're going to do the transition from one person to the next. So the addresses, we have to get the addresses in order to build a map that makes it functional for people to not travel far.
Yeah.
But other than that, you could communicate with the person and just say, okay, we're going to actually put the person's name and say, okay, you're going to be passing, I'm going to be passing to Mike. So you have him in the group, you say, hey buddy, you're going to be the one passing it to me. Well, it works for you. Meet at a gas station, meet at Tim Hortons, whatever. You take the picture, you move forward, you send us the picture, we post it, whatever. It's just bringing the community closer together and saving money, because ultimately it's all that's what it's about, right? Because with Kijiji and eBay, the prices are ridiculous, and it's insane what they want to charge you for shipping. So,
like Danny said, he also mentioned that, you know, like, we understand that you may have already Mario Brothers 3, that NES game, but you may see a game that you or somebody else may want, a buddy of yours may want. So you might as well take a PS2 game and replace it with maybe a PS2 game that you have, and that way you could give it to your buddy. You know, it's a growing, it's an expanding community that we're striving for, and you know, you don't have to do it for yourself. You could do it for somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Help somebody else's collection grow. And then the other idea, like I said, we played around this, just thinking about this, was what do you base the price off of? When you're swapping something for something, it's like you can look at the price charting, you can look at the NES collector or all the collector apps. So we're either going to have a basis off of, okay, we only use the price charting, or we thought of another idea of making the people in the group, so say if there's 100 of us, basically saying yay or nay to like a trade. So if somebody's going to put this, they're going to post, I got the box right now, I'm going to trade this for this. What do you guys think? And you just have a voting system and majority rules. And we could do it like that. It just slows the process of the box moving. So we might go in the direction of using like price charting.
Yeah, because it's
and
so
just going from there, right? So
and we know that the fluctuation goes up and down. Well, if you guys are more comfortable with yay or nay, you know, we're here to hear you guys' opinions.
That's exactly. You build this whole program for us. The other thing that we were saying, the only thing that we actually want to keep from the whole project is we were going to get people to sign the box. So we were going to color the whole box. Everything's going to be all done, so the only thing that we're going to keep out of this project would be the box, where you sign as a YouTuber, you sign your YouTube thing, and that would just be kept in our collection. If it being a successful project, if we get the box back, it can go any way here.
And we don't want big signatures. We all understand that you guys don't want to be big shots on the box. We understand that, but
I might put a grid. You got to sign.
You got to sign in this little grid.
Yeah. So we want to do something like that, and then the games just we're gonna raffle them off. So, but the box is something that would be cool if it was a successful project.
I'm keeping it.
No, what are you talking about? I'm gonna keep it. I'll give you a picture.
Look at the lid.
I'm gonna do a picture and put it in a frame and give you that. It would look better in this room, right? Right? Okay, that's a whole other video of debating who should get the box. So yeah, that's our idea. So comment below if you think of anything that we missed that could make this process run smoothly, or
even on Facebook, anything.
Yeah, anything like that. It's just an idea that we're playing with. Like I said, don't steal the idea, because we want to do it. We're going to make a full-blown custom box slotted to the game size, so you have that to compete with if you want to steal the idea. But we're going to make it. It's going to be an awesome program. So So we want to get people involved and just grow the channel and
the community. Like,
exactly.
We want to be basically like I said. We want to be all together. So when we bump into each other's paths, you know, hey, you know, it's nice seeing you again, or you know,
it was a cool idea,
or like
nice pickup.
We watch your videos and you know, hey, that's a great idea, or that's an amazing pickup. You know, we want to do it one-on-one. On a social platform is different, because you don't get to meet people. You don't share necessarily the same ideas. Yeah, you may share the same NES collection, but you're not sharing the same ideas, and meeting people one-on-one is great. Like we've been at people at other shows, and it was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, and you work off of each other, and even you could work out trades with each other and stuff like that.
More comfortable with each other.
That's the thing, right? It makes it easier for people to trade, because that seems like the only way that you can get a fair price on games is trading collector to collector, rather than buying from somebody. So that's the thing. We almost like try to find a problem that in the community. Which would be pricing on like the YouTube, the Kijiji and the eBay, and then try to find a solution to that, and that's what we came up with. So
I'm skeptical of doing trades on Facebook or on Instagram. I see a lot of people on Instagram, because I don't know so and so. I've never met so and so. So for me to send him a game, now am I gonna? I trust myself. I know I'm gonna send the game, but I don't know if you're gonna be doing the same thing. And I'm very like I see an amazing deal on Facebook or on Instagram, but I don't pull the trigger because I don't know that person. I don't know him from a hole in the wall. So like I'm afraid of sending him something and then not getting something in return. And dealing with the people in the States, it's a lot harder because we're in Canada, lower dollar. The shipping is more expensive for us to go to, Buddy in Texas has an amazing game, but it costs him $5 to ship. For me to ship down to the States is $30.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's, I more one-on-one community. Like you go to another show, you meet up with so-and-so that you did this deal with, you feel more comfortable. I got a game here for you. You pull it out of your backpack or whatever. Yeah.
Not knocking people that sell on there, but they know that they're going to get money for their games, and they're going to get a lot of money for the games. So out of 100 people that say, F you, I don't want to buy your games for that price, there's going to be one person that's like, you know what, whatever, I'll pay you that price. Yeah. But the reality as a collector, there's nobody that doesn't want a deal. So this is our way of doing it. Yeah. So hopefully you're going to enjoy our next upcoming videos. And share your ideas and stuff like that. Yeah. This is a longer video than I thought it was going to be. For real.
We like to babble.
You know why? Because we got to eat and now we're good. Like
we're all energized.
When I'm starving, the videos are like 2 minutes long. And that's it. Exactly. It's always a rush. We're going somewhere. We start panning out of the picture. But so like, comment, subscribe, comment, extra comments on this video.
Yeah, let us know.
We need to find out what's going on in the community and what's going to make this an amazing project. So, have a great day.
Peace out.
Peace out.